Oh, my cat is. Bear. No. No! Hey guys, so it's like storming out today, it's raining, so I didn't really get to make the video I wanted to make, but gotta make a video, right? So this one's probably just gonna be pretty short, pretty sweet, but a couple weeks ago, Chris from the comments that got the shout out last week, he wanted to know more about the electrolysis tank and the process and like how it works, so that's what we're gonna talk about. So the first thing you need is a tank of some sort. You can use a fish tank, you can use a 5-gallon bucket. It just depends on how big the item you're removing rust from is. In this case, for me, most of the things I find magnet fishing and stuff, 5 gallons is plenty big, so that's what I use. You're also going to need a battery charger. Preferably the cheaper, usually now they say the better. It needs to be a manual charger, but even then that can cause issues because this is a manual charger and I got it from Harbor Freight, I believe, pretty cheap. Yeah, plugged it up and then this little error, this little warning light popped up and was like not charging. So even though it's a manual charger, it's still smart enough in here to know that it's not hooked to a battery and it thinks something's wrong, so then it doesn't send power. Okay, so what I had to do, which I didn't bring it up here because it's a lot of work. I have a little lawn and garden, like a tractor battery. So I hooked this to the tractor battery, and then I just got some wires that I made up. I bought some alligator clips, and I will then clip this onto the battery and then wrap the ends of this wire around my anode wire and the piece that I am cleaning. Yeah, that's basically, I have this downstairs because I mean this is like a lot, so I have this in the basement. So this connects to the battery and this connects to the battery and then it works. So this thing can pump out, and you want a DC current. That's why you need a battery charger. You can't just hook this thing in the wall because we got to explain the process here. What this does is send positive current to a sacrificial piece of metal that I have inside this bucket. I've got a big piece of steel. It's kind of like wedged in there. I'd take it out for you. I might take the camera and put it down in the bucket, but we have that, and it always gets positive current, and then the piece that you're cleaning always gets negative current. So what happens is the rust gets negatively charged and then it transfers through the water to the positive side. The negative wants to go to the positive, so all that loose bits of rust are negatively charged and they want to bond with the positive. So they flow through the water, so it takes the rust and moves it, pretty much. It's kind of like Star Trek. You're like tractor beaming rust from one thing to another, one place to another. That's the basic principle. But if you were using AC, a house, alternating current, it's always switching. This would be positive and negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and you would just ruin both pieces of metal. Instead of just your sacrificial metal getting ruined, it would ruin the piece that you were trying to clean too, which is not what you want. So you need direct current, which is always going to be positive, always going to be negative. That's very important. So you need a DC battery charger. But now this one, I can go from 2 amps to 6 amps, and I can do 6 volt or 12 volt. So you want to do 12 volt, you want the most. And the more amps you can pump through this, which that gets into like the gauge of wire and how much, a lot of stuff. It depends. You could be cranking out more or less, but typically you want some more and it's going to do it faster. It's going to make the process happen faster. So I have it set to the maximum 6 amps. And that helps speed it up because even though I like this process. It does take a little bit, maybe more time, depending if it's a really big piece than a chemical. But the chemical just freaks me out. Like, there's a lot of rust removers and stuff, and I know they're mostly meant to dissolve the rust. But I still think it's probably eating away a little bit at the good clean metal, where this is pretty much leaving all the good clean metal alone and keeping it nice and preserved, and it's not ruining the metal more than it already is. So, and I just like kind of little fun science experiments like this, so this is right up my alley. So this was pretty cool once you get it set up. Now that you have a charger and maybe a battery to make this work, you have a tank and you have a sacrificial piece of metal in here of any kind. Maybe not any kind. You gotta watch out. There's like I think maybe zinc plated is bad, stainless steel is bad, because in the process of removing the rust, it releases toxic gas, and you can use it, but you need to be in a very well ventilated area outside. You can do it, but it's not good. So it's better to just get a plain Jane piece of steel and put in here, and then you're good. You can run it in your house if you wanted to. Keep that in mind. Just try to find just a regular piece of steel. It can be a bolt, it can be anything, but the bigger your sacrificial piece of steel, your anode, the better it works. And when I show you this here in a second, you'll see that the metal kind of wraps around the interior of the bucket, so it's almost hitting all sides of the object that I want to clean, and that seems to work really well. So bigger the better usually. If it's a big flat just surface, it's got more surface area, it's going to work better than if you have like a round bolt. It will work, but it's going to take more time. The other thing you need to do is when you fill this with water, you need to go out and buy some like washing machine soda wash. I forgot to bring that box up here. That is going to help the conductivity of the water, and it's going to make things happen a lot faster. It's Arm & Hammer, and it's just called like Super Soda Wash or something. It's in the laundry aisle, big yellow box. That's what you need, and you do not need that much of it. I'm talking you need, for like this big old bucket, like 1/4 of a teaspoon of that stuff in the water. That's basically it. You put water in, kind of some warm water so you can mix in the soda wash. You put the soda wash in, you got your sacrificial piece of steel, and then what I do, I got like right now I just have like a level, a plastic level, and I will sit that on top, and I'll run a wire around the piece that I'm cleaning, and I will lower it right into the middle. It can't be touching the sacrificial piece of steel. It needs to be floating completely without touching. So I will put that right in the middle, let it hang there, and then the positive goes to your anode, and then the negative goes to the piece that you are cleaning. And you hook it up, you turn it on, and you just wait. You'll know because you will see immediately bubbling action happening, which is really cool. I mean, it's very instantaneous, the reaction. And you let it sit, and depending on how big and how rusted your item is, you probably want to wait about 24 hours and maybe change the water out, and then refresh the water and put it back in and do it again. So now that we've got that all out of the way, I'm going to show you the inside of the tank. I'll show you the sacrificial piece of steel, and then I'm going to fill this up, and I'm going to go get that horseshoe that I found a couple weeks ago, and I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I will take it to the sink, and I will scrub it down with just soap and water, make sure I get any loose dirt and debris that might be stuck in there from the river out, and just plain Jane metal, and then I will put this whole thing together and let it sit and I will show you what the horseshoe looks like when this is all done. So let me grab the camera and I'll show you what the inside of this nasty bucket looks like. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty grimy in here, but you can see I have this big piece of metal which isn't fresh anymore. I've used it once, so it's not shiny and new, but you see how it takes almost the whole bucket is filled with that, and then I just sit my object right in the middle so it's not touching. Yeah, that's basically it. You just plug it in. It's pretty awesome. You can walk away as long as you're using just regular steel and not making a deadly gas. You can just sit it somewhere kind of off by itself just in case something happens, and it shouldn't catch on fire or anything if you do it right, but I keep everything just kind of separated and away from everything just in case. So let me go get the horseshoe. It's still in the car, I think, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna get that cleaned up and put it in the tank, and then I'll give you an update here in like a day or two, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay guys, so yeah, see, it's pretty crusty. So this is what it looks like now. It's got a lot of on it. I'm gonna take it to the sink, wash it up, because I'm thinking bits like this are just like maybe really dry dirt or something. Clean all that up so that it makes the process of rust removal easier. And then we'll put it in the tank, and we'll see how much this changes. This is probably going to take quite a few days, just because of how big it is and how rusted. Look, it's just flaking off. Okay, so I'm going to go get this cleaned up, put it in the tank, and I'll show you the results. Alright, what's up guys? So I just got home, and guess what? This hat finally came. I ordered this legit like 5 months ago. And they dropped it off to the wrong address, everything, but I finally got it, and it's pretty sweet. So, hey, I got a hat now. But we're gonna go check real quick and look and see how the horseshoe's doing, and give you an update. It's been like 24 hours now, so we're gonna see like how disgusting the water is and stuff. So as you can see, this water is nasty. Look, oh, look at it. So let me pull it up here real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. Still got a bunch of rust on there, but it is starting to take that all off. And what I'm gonna have to do is just clean out that water, because there's so much nastiness in it, and just do it again. So I'm gonna empty the water, we're gonna put this back in, and hopefully it gets a junk ton more of this nasty rust off and looks a lot better when we check it again. Real quick guys, check it out. This is the anode. This is how disgusting this looks right now. You can see it's eating away. It's flaking metal off of this piece of steel already. So it really jacks up the metal that you want to sacrifice. So I got a little brush, and I'm gonna scrub this off, get some of this loose nastiness off so it works a little better before I put it in some clean water. I should also add, because I just had to do it, every once in a while on your anode, you're gonna have to replace the wire as well. It will literally eat the wire away, and that's what just happened. I picked it up and the wire was almost eaten all the way through, so I had to cut a new piece, strip it, and then reattach it to the anode so it would have a nice good connection. But yeah, anything on the positive side of that it's attached to, it gets destroyed, eaten away. So you want to make sure you have your polarity right. You always want your sacrificial metal to be positive and the item you're cleaning to be negative, or you will completely ruin what you're trying to salvage. It's time for some more shout outs. I want to do a shout out to DS Magnet Fishing and also the Slack Clan. They're cool people. They're out there hustling, doing their magnet fishing too, so we'll put their links in the description down below. You guys should check them out if you haven't already. They're out there getting it too, so make sure you check them out because they're real cool. Yeah, now we're just gonna play the waiting game. Might be another 24 hours or so. Hopefully I get this done in time to upload. If not, I might have to do like a second part of the video maybe on Saturday or something, because I want to get it really, really clean to show you guys. But there's so much rust in there. Sorry about that, guys. Wife came home. Yeah, I will be back with the next update. Guys, so I just got home from work, so It's a little dark in here, but I pulled out the horseshoe, and we're going to take a look at what it looks like right now. There's a good bit of corrosion that's come off, but there's still a decent amount on here. Like I said, guys, there's so many factors. This being such a big object makes it a little slower to get the rust off, but check it out. Now you can see, even just putting it here, when I was drying this off, I don't know if you can tell, see right in there, it's pieces of metal are just flaking off. It's been down there so long in the water. It's just so big that it's going to take a couple more days, I think, to get most of this pretty much off. I don't have a couple more days because I need to edit this video as soon as I'm done talking to you guys here and get it uploaded to YouTube to come out tomorrow morning. So cutting it a little close, but I got a schedule, darn it, and I refuse to mess it up if I don't have to. But I will definitely be updating you guys. I will take some video of this and put it in another video, future video, to show you what this looks like when I get it all done. And then I'm going to hang it up in my basement as my good luck charm. Bring me some more luck in treasure hunting and magnet fishing and all that good stuff. I don't know if there will be any kind of identifying markings that I can look at to see if there's any history to this or not, but we will see when I get it all cleaned up. Real quickly, as of now, I think we only need 102 subscribers to do the giveaway, the 500 subscriber giveaway. So we're getting close, guys. So remember, it always helps me out if you like the video, subscribe, share, all that stuff, comment, because I love interacting with you guys too. All that stuff helps me out, helps us get spread around, get some more subscribers, and then hopefully real soon we can do this giveaway. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, share it with all your people, man. Get us closer to giving away something cool. I still don't want to talk about it yet. It's a secret. Shh. Alright guys, so remember, as always, go out there, make your own adventures. Life's short. Have fun. Peace, y'all.